Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I'm on my way. I'm supposed to be off today, but I'm really not off today. I'm trying to hurry up and finish some stuff so I can actually be off. So today look, I'm not getting dazzled up. I got missing nails. I need my nails done, but I said either I'm going to waste about a good hour trying to do me a fill in, or I'm gonna go ahead and make it happen so I can go back home and chill and straighten up and just, chill. So I had a dream. I had a dream and I woke up. Like, just to let y'all know, sometimes when I go to bed, I listen to the backdrop of thunderstorming and like rain in the backdrop. Right. So I can, it's good when you're sleeping. So I'm really puzzled by this dream, and I'm trying to understand what the heck does it mean, but I believe I do understand the interpretation of this dream. So the dream was I was in a house, and it was thundering. It was light. I mean, it was raining really, really bad. It was just like the weather was just so messed up. And I know my sister was trying to get to me or something like that, but I don't know if the roads was bad or something was going on. But I was in this house and the electricity shut off. And I noticed next door they had like a generator or something like that. Like their stuff kind of like came back on, and I noticed they had like a jacuzzi or something. I don't know. Then the dream switched. I needed to get somewhere. So I begged this driver, and he was like, nah. I begged this driver, like, come on. This would be a part of your blessing if you help me out. Like, come on. Like, I really wanted him to take me somewhere. I remember it was two other girls or two women that were there. I don't know what they were doing. I remember something about hair, but it was two other women that was there. But okay, so the guy decided, okay, he'll take me. He looked like a bus driver. So we got inside of this rig. I was in front of the rig with a little boy. And the two girls, the two ladies, they were like not in the rig, but you know how you have those trucks where it's like box? They were like in the box part of the rig. So the guy was driving this huge rig. Next thing you know, I was shown, because the icy conditions that was outside, it went from like raining to now it's just like really extremely cold, and it's icy conditions. And the rig started sliding, and I was shown at a different angle this rig sliding off of a cliff. And the first thing that I said when I saw it was, this is not in God's will. Next thing you know, the freaking rig that I was in, now all of a sudden I'm at the freaking rig that I knew that I was in the front part of it with this little boy. The bus driver, or whoever he was, the driver, he jumped off of it. Like, he got out of it because it was going down. There was no stopping it. Like, there was a thick sheet of ice, and this rig would just kept going over. And when it went over the cliff, he jumped out. The thing was sinking. It was going towards the water, and it actually went in the ocean. And when it was going in the ocean, you know how you ever seen like a box rig, like, you know how they have the little box, but the back was open. The two women that were in there, I don't know if there were strings or something connected to them, but I knew that they died instantly because the water was extremely cold. The bus driver, when he jumped off, immediately he had, you know, one of those things where they light up or whatever. It was neon green, and he snapped it and he threw it. And when he threw it, it ended up on the back of the box tail of the truck. It basically went in the end where those women were dead. So the truck was going straight down like this, and I was on the front end of it, but we were enclosed, like, you know how you see like a a Peterbilt or like a one of them big rigs. Like the front part of it I was in and the little boy was in, so we weren't exposed to like the back part where the doors and stuff was open, but those girls were, and they died instantly. But we were going down in the ocean, that the ocean was so deep and it was frozen that nobody would have been able to even find this rig. But I did know that the driver, the bus driver, or whoever you want to call him, he threw that thing, excuse me, I'm spitting. He threw that thing inside of it so it could be found. But then I was thinking, who the heck is going to dive in 0-degree water to try to look for me and this boy? So I woke up from that dream and I was like, oh my gosh, what was that? And the first thing that I'm like, well, what is it? And I'm like, oh my God, what was that? It's not in God's will. So the first thing that I started to think about is like, what is something that I wanted so bad? I wanted to be back with my husband, my ex-husband. And I've been praying about it and everything. And when I was shown when we were going overboard, is that not overboard, when we was going off the cliff, it was just like, this is not in God's will. This is not in God. So it's not in God's will. That's what I took from the dream. That it's not in God's will. That I'm asking him for something that could be very detrimental. And I'm like, I mean, I woke up from that dream like, what the heck was that? And let me tell you why I definitely do believe it has something to do with me wanting something, but it's not good for me. Because I mentioned this yesterday in a video, or the day before yesterday, y'all could go back, but I think I said it yesterday, that I feel like my ex-husband threw me in an ocean and watched me sink. So I don't know if God is saying that the rig went over, but I know where you're located at because remember the driver threw that beam in the back part of the truck, because the truck was going down this way. So if somebody is looking, all they have to see is that green thing, and then go down and they'll know where the truck is located at. But when I tell you, it was freezing water. That water was so freaking cold. It was like, I knew it was cold. Like, I knew nobody's going to freaking try to dive down in there. So I don't know. I had a really horrible feeling about it. But one thing I knew was, I said out loud, like, I was shown this thing going over the cliff. And I was like, this is not God's will. This is not God's will. And remember, I was begging this bus driver to take me. I was like, yeah, please, please, please. Like, I was begging him to take me somewhere. And wherever we were going, it did not end right. I mean, even though I was still alive and the little boy was still alive, but those two women in the back, they died. And we hit water. We hit nose first, that huge truck in water. And I made a statement yesterday or the day before yesterday. So, in a nutshell, I ain't touching this with a 10-foot pole. Unless God tells me otherwise. Unless I got the translation of my dream wrong, but that's the only thing I remember I mentioned, was that it's like my ex-husband threw me in the ocean. Threw me in the ocean and watched me sink. Maybe God's saying, well, when you got thrown in the ocean, I know where you were located at. I don't know, but I got a really horrible feeling from that. And when I saw it going off the cliff, when I saw the thickness of that ice was so thick, y'all, that rig couldn't have stopped. Even if it wanted to, it couldn't have stopped. It was just sliding, and I was on the first end of that. You know how you inside of a rig, the main part that drives it? I was in there with a little boy. And I know that the women that were in, it was two women, and they were in the box tail of it, box cart of it, but the doors were open. So could you imagine, as soon as they hit, that water came in, they were dead. And I knew that there was some type of string or something that you could see their bodies kind of like floating. But I do know where all of this was going on. Ooh, While all of this was going on, excuse me, I'm spitting. But while all of this was going on, the bus driver, the guy who was driving the rig, he got off real quick and he threw something inside of the rig, like as if to say, we're gonna locate this rig or where it sank down to. You know, one of them little big, like little, you know how people who go into caves and to see how deep it is, they'll take this stick and they'll clock it and it'll glow neon, and then they'll throw it down to see how deep it is. So he threw this light down in the box of the rig. But the front part of it, we were already down, so that scared the daylights out of me. I woke up like, Lord, thinking like, what is it that I want so bad? I want it so freaking bad. And that's the only thing that I know that I wanted so bad. And that's to be with my ex-husband. Like, I wanted my marriage to work. And I just, if that's the dream that I believe that's what it meant. That it's just, you know, we were going, I don't know if it meant that the way it went down, it wasn't in his will, but it's not in his will, so I ain't touching it. I am not touching it, because that was some scary stuff. I think the most scary part about it is when I said, this is not in his will. This is not in his will. I have been praying lately for God to give me an answer and to show me something. And the Lord showed me that you wanting this is going to hurt you. I don't know if it means it's going to take you to a darker place. I don't know, but I'm like, shoot, I don't want that. Never mind. I'm like, Lord, if I've done anything wrong, please, Lord, forgive me for my sins. Because that type of dream was like, I mean, the water was ice cold, like we were in Alaska, like Antarctica somewhere. Like it was just that cold, like a slushy cold. Who the heck gonna go who gonna go diving for a freaking big huge rig, and as soon as you go down you're gonna see these two bodies just floating in the back? But I was shown that. I was freaking shown that. I'm not nope, I'm good. I don't want nothing that's gonna stink me. I mean, that was just, I don't know, y'all. That was just, I really believe that's what it meant, though. I really believe that's what it meant. I don't know. It was a weird dream. And you know, it didn't help that I had thunderstorms and all of that good stuff. Lord, what you mean that's not in your... Just like he said, it's not a hill. Alright, y'all. So that was my dream. Y'all tell me what y'all think.